Welcome to another video. We're just starting off our day here, trying to make some money for my parents-in-law. If you're not sure why I'm dashing for Ukraine, check out my very first video. I explained it in the first part of my video. I've been fairly new to this, been noticing a lot of crappy orders, like very bad, like people not tipping. And I've seen other dashers say, you know, no tip, no trip, you know, all this, you know, people don't tip and all this stuff. And being new, I wanted to give my opinion on that. And I've been on the other side. I order DoorDash about once every other week, something like that. So I use the app and I know it's expensive. I know people have fatigue of tipping. In fact, when I first started using DoorDash, I thought it was really expensive. So not only are they already raising the price on food on the apps, they raise it even further. Then they add a bunch of fees, then they add a bunch of taxes and even more fees, and then by the time you check out, it's like, wow, how did it get to be that high, you know? And so on top of that, you're expected to give a tip. So I get it. It can be very expensive. So the way I look at it, it is for me, this is my opinion, it's a luxury service. If you want, you can go pick up the food yourself. Like, you do not have to have it delivered to you. So I look at it as a luxury service, albeit it's a low-end luxury service. It's not a high-end luxury service. It's not like service you're going to get at a Ritz-Carlton 5-star hotel. But to me, it is a luxury service, and as such, I do believe that you should be tipping. And the way I look at it is, it doesn't matter how much food, unless it's like an extraordinary amount of food, like a catering order or something like that. It doesn't matter the amount of food. What matters is how far away the restaurant is. So the farther away it is, the more you should tip. And my general rule of thumb is it should be at the very minimum $1 per mile away the restaurant is. So if you see on the app it's 5 miles away, you should tip at least $5. That is my personal opinion. Again, I know that we're all tipped out. If you go to get coffee, they want you to give a tip. If you go to check out at just a regular store, they want you to give a tip. If you go to a baseball game, they want you to give them a tip. If you go, it seems like everywhere they want to give you a tip. Heck, if you go to the library and check out a book, they want you to give them a tip. So I get it. We're all tipped out. I get it. There are still some things that you should still tip. One of those being food delivery, another one being your waiter or waitress, another one being car service, like a taxi or Uber or Lyft. You should tip them as well. So there are still some things that you should tip. DoorDash and Uber Eats is one of them. The orders I've been seeing have just been ridiculous. So that's my opinion. If you don't want to tip, my suggestion is simply don't use the service and pick it up yourself. It's pretty easy. And also, with that being said, being a luxury service, I understand that customers are paying a lot of money for this. I get it, you know, and I look at it as it's a treat for them. They're doing it, they're paying the extra money for the service. So I take each order very seriously. I try to follow the instructions as best I can, take care of their food when I deliver to them, and follow all the directions that I can. And I make sure that they get, you know, if there's a drink, they get their drink. There's been a lot of times where I ordered on DoorDash and I didn't get a drink. It happens. Like, there's been items missing, like more than I would have thought. So I make sure when I deliver that everything is there that I can see. I'm not going to be digging through a bag or anything like that. But I'm going to make sure that if they have a drink, they're going to get their drink, and that their name is going to be correct on the order. And I'm going to double check to make sure it's the correct order. I've had a situation where I got the completely wrong order before, and it's very simple. That should never happen. So as a luxury service, I can do my part to make sure that I'm getting the correct order, that it's there in a timely manner, and I take care of the food, make sure it doesn't spill all around and all that type of stuff, and make sure that they get their drinks with their order. So that's what I'm going to do when I pick up the orders. All right, we got that delivered pretty easy. We got another Jimmy John's order. It's about the same for little over $4 for about 2 miles. So let's see if there could be a little bit freaky fast this time. We'll see. Let's go pick it up. Alright, we got that Jimmy John's delivered, and I had another 2 orders for Jimmy John's, but they weren't that great, so we passed on those, and now I got a $5 3-mile Freddy's Steak Burgers, which is fine, but let's go pick that up. Alright, I just delivered for a restaurant. It's called Golden China. Obviously it's a Chinese restaurant. It was about $5 3 miles, so it was alright. But when I go to pick it up, I mean, they always make me confirm it, so basically I go in there, I have to take a picture there, I have to show them I'm confirming the order, I have to go through all this stuff. Like, I just don't understand it. They're so worried about people stealing the food. I don't get it, but I'm trying not to complain. I'll do what they want. So I'm pretty much wrapping up my day. We're out for about 4 hours. It was about 65, 70 bucks, somewhere in there. I'm obviously not going to show every delivery, only the ones that are kind of interesting and only what comes to mind. So it was a pretty decent day. The other thing I'm not going to do, I know I watch a lot of other drivers try to prepare me for when I first started, and so I see a lot of them like bringing their bag and stuff and put the food in their bag at the restaurant, all that stuff. For me, I'm different. I'm not going to bring my bag in there. I'm going to grab my food and get the heck out of there and then put the food in the bag in the car. I do have my bags, for anyone's wondering. I have my bags, everything like that, so I do use them. I just don't bring them in the store with me. The other thing I'm really not going to do is I'm not really too fond of like bringing a camera in the store and putting it in someone's face or anything like that. I mean, I think it's a unique view for the viewer, but I'm just really not comfortable doing that. But I think the next step I'll do is try to sign up for shop and deliver orders. So one thing I don't like is just sitting waiting. Yeah, I can't stand that. I really do, or would like to have an order waiting. And have no downtime at all whatsoever. So I think I'll try the shop and deliver stuff and see how that works out. I'll also probably sign up for alcohol delivery too, if that increases the amount of orders that I get. So like I said, I'm still new, trying to figure it out, but I had a pretty decent day. So thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.